Alright, so I'm not gonna even take long to get into this. Y'all already seen the title. I'm here to explain why humans are the worst creatures ever to exist. And so I can actually talk and think. This is what I'm sitting at in competitive 1530 and 1213, but we're gonna do casual today so that I can sit here and have a real discussion. And well, I'm looking at my monitor and you're looking at your phone, so we're basically talking eye to eye. And so we're having a conversation eye to eye. I can tell you guys why humans are the worst creatures to ever exist. And yeah, man, let's just get into it. Let's go ahead so I can yap to y'all about this. Alright, we're here with the first match. And firstly, before I start talking about it, we're going against Kelton Numbus. Hey, another Kelt brother. But like I say every day, we're here trying to be as consistent as we can, and as just as consistent as we can, try to get as good as we can. But besides that, like I'm just gonna be honest, like I'm gonna try to win while I'm talking, but I'm not focusing on winning. Cause man, let me tell you, it's not even necessarily that like it wasn't like the worst day yesterday, but man, let me tell y'all how yesterday was a wicked day, bro. I haven't had a day like this in a while. But so I go fishing in my free time, like I've talked about in a couple of videos. So that's just what I was trying to do yesterday. Planned it out the whole week. That's all I was trying to do. Just go fishing for a little bit. Now I missed that. I'm gonna start. Okay, dude. But anyways, so I was going fishing, and I use a. I'm talking, but anyways, I'll let them think whatever. This is why humans are the worst. They don't understand what's going on right now, and they think I'm treating this like Game 7 of the NBA Finals, and I gotta win this game because yes, I need to win every match of Rocket League that I play because I'm 100% locked in the whole time. But anyways. So I go fishing. I use an e-bike to like go fishing. Like I ride an e-bike because I got the e-bike to go fishing on the e-bike. Okay, man. I might actually just make this dude 1v2. But so I got the e-bike so that I could go fishing. Like I could have got a car, but I was like, well, e-bike's cheaper. People have been complaining about gas. Guess what? E-bikes don't take gas, it's electric. So if I don't spend gas money, like I feel like you can basically get what I'm trying to say. Like I shot that right at him. But what's it called? I basically feel like you can get what I'm saying. Like I got the e-bike because it's simple, cheap, easy. You know what I mean? What I want, what I got. It's what I like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like I'm explaining too much about it. That's why I got the e-bike. Nice shot. I am getting carried. I probably should try to tighten up a little bit, but I'm all over the place right now. My brain, that's what I'm saying. Yesterday fumbled my brain a lot. So, and the beginning of this game was fumbling my brain. But so I got the e-bike to go fishing. That's what I use to go fishing. I take it every day. I ride with it. I got my poles. You know what I mean? I got everything. So that's what I do. And so I'm out there. Or I take my e-bike, and I go fishing under a bridge. And this bridge that I go under, I've gone under literally 1,000 times. Well, I mean, he scored that, so good for him. But like literally, I've gone under there like 1,000 times. And I had another e-bike in which I got into a car crash and it got totaled, so I had to get a new e-bike, you know what I mean? I had to buy a new one. So this is my second e-bike that I've had. This is the second e-bike that I've had because the first one got totaled from a car crash. So now I'm what's it called? So now I'm sitting there, I'm fishing, whatever, just doing what I'm like, literally just fishing, not even like just, the bite wasn't that good, so I was kind of just chilling on my phone, relaxing. And this is why like I be saying like I don't be saying it in my videos, but I be saying it to myself, like dude, sometimes stuff just happens at like the perfect time and specific time. Cause like I literally just sat there and I was like, all right, I feel like I'm ready to leave, so I'm gonna start packing up. Nice. Well, I'm getting absolutely carried, but I was like, all right, it's time to pack them up. So I like looked behind me, and this is what I'm trying to say. Like as I'm getting to it, like at the end of the day, a lot of it is my fault. But so I sat there and I like just looked back, and next thing I know, my bike is gone. Like I don't have, like I. That's it. I don't see my bike there. That's what I'm trying to say. Like I just look back and I don't see my bike. And so now I'm like, whoa, where's my bike? Nice. But I'm like, where's my bike at? You know what I mean? So now I leave everything I got because the bike was like almost $1,000. So I instantly run and I'm looking for the bike. I'm like, okay, there's probably one of the homeless people that live under this bridge, because like if you go near their camps and stuff, they have a bunch of like tires and just bike equipment. But I just didn't want to like I just, you know, basically assume. That was terrible. But I just didn't want to assume. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna just look around and do what I can. So I'm doing that. I'm looking, I'm trying to find the bike, and I find my helmet on the ground out under the bridge. So everything is showing that like my bike isn't under the bridge. But when I tell you, dude, that my bike was definitely stolen by one of those homeless people, because when they conveniently showed up right when it looked like I was leaving. But so they conveniently showed up right when it looked like I was leaving, and then after conveniently showing up, they offered me pedal bikes and other stuff to get home. And but we're just like, hey, like if I could, like, I'll try to talk about it as much as I can. Like they were just like they kept telling stories and saying stuff of like what they were doing and what was happening. And every time that they would like say that, like I would sit there and I would literally be like, what's going on? Like, this doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? Like, what are we doing here? Like, what? Like, cause like literally one person would say, oh, I was out doing this, I was out working, and then another person would be like, well, no, he was doing this with a girl. And then, but then, like, you see what I mean? Like, their stories just weren't adding up at all. So now I'm sitting there and I'm just listening to them talk and all that, and it's like, bro, like dude, like they clearly stole it. But they clearly stole it, and like they were just trying to act like they weren't. But hey, it's fine. You know what I mean? Like, so like, cause like they were clearly hiding it from me, and I wasn't gonna like argue, and I'm not gonna like risk my life over a bike. That was such a bad shot. But I'm not gonna risk my life over a bike. So like, whatever, you know what I mean? I think, yeah, he just gave up. But so, like, I'm not gonna risk my life over a bike, you know what I mean? And so it is what it is. And it's just like, should I 1v1 this dude? Like, this is like literally exactly what I was talking about in my last video. Like, the last 2 goals are on him. You know what I mean? Like, we were almost tied. You're just mad that I'm not carrying you, dude. And that, like, dude, hold on. Before I continue with my story, if you care about points in Rocket League, you are a part of what I am talking about in this video. If you think that points truly matter, I said multiple times I had issues and I messed up in those matches. If you think that having 400 more points than somebody because you scored goals that I passed to you, that's like, that's just ridiculous. Like, you don't understand how the game works. Like, I'm just trying to say, you know what I mean? Anyways, like, and like I said, like I was having, like I said it before I got in here, I don't really care if I win or lose. I'm trying to like talk to y'all yap. So yeah, I wasn't having the best game. I didn't do the best stuff, and we were still only tied or a goal down, and dude just gave up for no reason. So anyways, but back to what I was saying, like, or, well, I'll get back to what I was saying in the next match. Alright, and we're here with the second match. I queued with the same people, so now we got Adrian on our team. But, so, like I said, they're just basically saying a whole bunch of nonsense and stuff. So, I basically was like, whatever you say, you know what I mean? And so, like, I'm doing that, and then, like, that's what I mean. Like, they were just basically, like, just trying to spin a whole bunch of stories, just say a bunch of, like, wicked, like, crazy stuff that just didn't make sense. So I like I said, I kind of just basically, like, acted like I bought into it, and just, what's it called? Just moved on. Okay. But that's what I'm trying to say. Like, I just like moved on, and I was like, all right, I'll kind of just basically look by myself. That shit. Basically, I'll just look by myself, and I'll just do, you know what I mean, do what I can. I don't have no use. But, so, that's what I'm trying to say. I'm doing that, and, like, obviously, that I'm talking about it, I never found my bike. And I'm gonna go look again today real quick. I probably won't find it. But I'm just saying, like, dude, like the fact that somebody out there, like, the fact that somebody out there, like, truly, like, really stole my bike, like from out under a bridge, dude, is wild to me. But at the end of the day, like, it's a game, right? That dude, he saw a free bike, like, cause it's an e-bike too, so I think literally they just stole it for parts, cause they couldn't even ride it, you know what I mean? Which is like, okay, like, do you, I guess, but like, do you, I guess. You know what I mean? And that's just what I'm saying. Is like, bro, humans, like, dude, the fact that somebody steals it for, like, literally, like, well, and like I said, I guess you're stealing it for parts, and then you're gonna use my bike. But that's, like, I don't have a way to get home. I didn't have, like, a real way to get home. I didn't, you know what I mean? Like, on top of that, I didn't, what's it called? Yeah, this is actually crazy that they won't give Brett a teammate. That's wild. But, so that's what I'm saying, is just like, alright, well, we're gonna do one more because of that. But, that's what I'm saying, like, so, I like, my bike is just gone. And, I know it was the homeless people, you know what I mean? Like, it has to be those homeless people down there, because specifically how you get under the bridge, it's not known. This isn't a spot that everybody knows. This isn't a spot that you just see. And then specifically to get to where my bike was, like, you have to either be a homeless person or somebody that's going under the bridge to fish. And anybody that's ever gone under the bridge to fish, I basically know who they are. And on top of basically knowing who they are, they never, like, there's been plenty of chances they've had trucks that they could have put my bike in and they've never touched it. So it had to be one of the homeless people. But I'll keep continuing going furthering into the next match. Alright. And so, like, I'm kind of just going in the same spot because I gotta, like, keep, like, reminding myself specifically what I was talking about and where I was. But so, well, and that's what I'm trying to say. So it clearly was one of the homeless people. Obviously, I said already, like, I was talking to them and they just spun a whole bunch of stories and lies. And it's just, cause that's my thought, is like, so are we, like, like, I get, like, even if it's a homeless dude, like, you went under the bridge, or you, like, cause you live under this bridge, saw a bike from who knows who, right? And your first reaction was, let me take this and use it for my own uses. And like I said, like, it's an e-bike, so I don't think that they even, like, actually used the bike. I'm pretty sure they're using it for parts for their e-bike, which they were working on after I told them about someone stealing it. That was a pretty good predict by that dude, but he missed the shot. But that's what I'm trying to say, is like, like, how am I supposed to, like, sit here and reasonably think that, like, and that's what I'm trying to say, like, out of anybody to steal a bike, especially an e-bike, it's a homeless dude. So I know it was dumb, but I just gotta get it. I just gotta literally basically accept it and act like, oh, it wasn't these guys. Which is, well, I'm not gonna act like it. They'll never know that. Well, they kind of do know that I know. But I was like, basically, like I said, I was just sure, whatever you're saying. But yeah, that happened yesterday, and that sucked. So I didn't play Rocket League yesterday when I got home, cause I was, dang, I thought that was cause I was like, well, I just got my bike stolen, and that's how I get from point A to point B, and I would really like to, I would really like to be able to continue to, like, go from each direction. But I already ordered a new bike, so we're fine, we're chilling. But let me go into another point of why humans are the worst creatures alive. I thought my teammate was gonna go there. That's probably another goal, yeah. But like I said, I'll explain another reason why my teammates are the worst creatures alive. Or my teammates are the worst creatures alive. Yes, my teammates are the worst creatures alive. No, I'm joking. I didn't mean that. I didn't mean it like that. I was saying the wrong thing. Well, my teammates can sometimes be the worst creatures, kind of like the last dude. But what's it called? Nice. So another reason humans are so bad, dude, is bruh. And before I start talking about this is me joking a little bit more than I was about the last stuff. Like, whoever stole my bike is a piece of human filth that deserves to get, like, cremated. Or not deserves to get cremated, deserves to get, like, that's right, it's not cremated, I can't think of the word. But, like, just imagine, like, every limb of their body getting torn off, and then just, like just literally them getting ripped apart. That's what they deserve. And so, well, that's what I'm trying to say. Where I'm going with the next point is, like, don't take it too serious. Like, I'm being a little serious, but I'm also joking at the same time. But it's like, my point is like, why are people so like such the like biggest haters, bro? Like, straight up, like, huge haters from like especially in, dude, this game Rocket League, bro. If you can't tell or like you don't play and realize, like, your teammates are your biggest haters. Like, literally your biggest haters. They hate everything you do if you're not carrying them. If you make a simple mistake, you are the worst person to ever exist. If you don't score the craziest goal of your life, you deserve the worst punishment. And, like, dude, that's just kind of funny, cause, like, it's just funny. Nice. But that's what I'm trying to say, cause it wasn't, and that's just me talking about teammates. But where this is coming from, and this is why I'm saying, like, don't take it too serious. Like, bro, criticize me all you want. That's kind of why I'm on YouTube and doing YouTube. Like, I don't really care if you criticize me, if you want to give me advice, like, whatever you want to do. If you want to comment down below, like, if you want to comment down below, I think basically almost any comment, not necessarily any comment, well, I should have jumped early, but, well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Basically, well, not every comment, but basically any comment, even if you're kind of, like, hating on me a little bit, isn't the worst, you know what I mean? Like, no matter what you, like, comment, like I said, if you want to give me advice or whatever, like, I think that it's all good at the end of the day. I'm just wondering, because it might have been the video I posted yesterday, or one of the videos, or a video 2 days ago. Okay, I don't know why he needed both, but he did. I had no way to get to that, brother. You took both of them. But, like, I had a video in which I said I wanted to hit SSL by the end of the season. And if you see how I'm playing right now, clearly I'm not SSL. I might not be able to get SSL this season. That's all I simply said. Was, well, I feel like my goal is going to try to be to get to SSL at the end of the season. Try to just, like I said at the beginning of the video, try to be as consistent as I can and get as good as I can. And part of that is trying to, like, getting to SSL, I feel like. Oh, that's not good. Hold on. Before I keep going, do you see what I mean? Like, so I got to make up for his mistake. I should have did better. He can save this, by the way, and just stop driving. Just want to point that out. Like, you're giving up. You're the reason we're losing. Because like I said, I'm not in the mindset right now where I'm like, okay, I'm going to try to do everything to win the match. Because like I said, I'm trying to like talk to y'all a little bit. Well, no, that's what I'm trying to say is, dude, comment whatever you want. Say whatever you want about me. I think at the end of the day, it's all good. It's all, like, at the end of the day, it all works out. But what I'm trying to say is, so the video like a day or two ago, and I got this one comment, and another dude replied kind of agreeing with him, like I said, like, after saying, like, oh, I basically just want to try to hit SSL by the end of the season, and like I said already, like, I'm not SSL right now, and will I for sure hit SSL at the end of the season? Maybe. Maybe not. Who knows? Right? But that's what I'm trying to say is, all I said is I want to hit SSL at the end of the season. And this is what I'm trying to say is, like I said, I'm kind of just, like, joking here, but like, at the same time, it's a little serious, because it's not necessarily what they were talking about, but how the, like how I perceived it in the way they were talking, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Is, because they said in the video that I was being a little unrealistic, and that I should set a more realistic goal. Because I was, in the video, I'm only 1,500, and they're saying, well, SSL is super hard to get and super unrealistic. Let's set a much more realistic goal of, like, GC2 or something. And all I simply said to that was, well, hey, I'm 1,550 right now, just replying to it. Like, trying to just kind of, like, have the basic YouTuber reply, but also be a little funny is just what I was basically thinking. And I literally said, commenting, I was like, well, because, like, at the time of the commenting this, I was like, well, I'm 1,550 right now, and well, I was like, I'm 1,550 right now, and at this pace, who knows where I'll be, you know what I mean? Like, I might have a bad week in BC2. I might have a good week in B Champ, or GC3. And, because that's what I'm trying to say, I'm 1,534. I'm literally one game off Division 4, and like 5 games off GC2 itself. And because then if you were to read their comments, in their comments, they tell me that my goal should be GC2. So that's why I was just telling them, like, well, I'm 1,550 right now, and, like, yeah, I could make that my goal, but it's not, like, I feel like at the end, and then, like I said, like, try to make higher goals as a person, because it pushes you more, it makes you a better person. And that's what I simply just said. And I feel like, at the end of the day, they, like, that should just simply be like, okay, like, I was just saying, like, and that's what one dude said. He just said, I was just trying to give you some advice. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's what it was. But then another dude said that I just wasn't listening, and that I was being just a little stupid, you know what I mean? And I'm not trying to, like I said, like, at the end of the day, like, well, he didn't say, like, exactly stupid. Well, but that's what I'm trying to say. He kind of said that. Not exactly said it, but, like, in a sense, he, like, said it. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, not in it. Well, he didn't say it. He didn't say that I was stupid. He just said, like, I just, like, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, wasn't listening, wasn't being reasonable and stuff. And what I'm trying to say is, damn, that sucks. You see, but that's what I'm trying to say. I'm not sitting here in the match like, this guy sucks. I can't believe he was doing this and he sold the match. I could have saved that, and if I would have saved that, we would have won. Yes, I have almost double his points. It's not that big of a deal. We lost the game, and like I said, I don't really care right now. I had fun. You see how he has half my points and proceeds to come after me. This is what I'm trying to say. Humans are the worst creatures to ever exist, because it doesn't even make sense. How are you mad? Like I said, I could have saved that, but you're the one who passed it to him. But that's what I'm trying to say is, like, and then going back to the comments that were saying, well, hey, you literally basically saying, well, hey, you're being super unrealistic. You can't reach that. Let's tone it down a bit. Well, why are you trying to, like, negatively, like, affect me? Like, just because I set a high goal doesn't mean, Because then this is what they said. They said that not obtaining high goals will negatively affect your mental. And this is just my thought is, wouldn't you sitting here saying I can't do this negatively affect me? That's just what I'm saying. Like, for example, getting into a match every time and back-to-back matches, no matter whether if I rotate around my teammate that wants to carry me and rotate around him because he's on the ball every time, and I might make a few mistakes, and I'm the reason we lost, and I'm just a terrible human being, right? And then we get into the next match, and now I'm carrying this dude and scored 4 goals, you know what I mean? Like, doing everything I basically can, and I'm still a terrible human being. So no matter what I do, I'm a terrible human being because I didn't carry you. And that's why I'm trying to say is clearly humans suck, dude, and it is terrible, bro. Because then, like I said, like, why? Because then, like I said, like with the comments, I sat there and I simply was just like, well, hey man, this is my goal. This is what I want to get to, and I'm gonna keep it at this. And they just, like I said, continue to just say I'm not listening. Like, yeah, I don't want to listen to you because you're telling me I can't do something, and you telling me I can't do something is affecting me mentally worse than me not hitting the thing that I tried to hit. Because yeah, I might not hit SSL, but what if I hit GC2 Division 3? Let's just say I do. I'm gonna be like, wow, I'm not necessarily almost there, but I'm closer than I thought I would be. Because then that's what I'm trying to say. What if I make my goal at GC2 and I'm in 1534 and I get lucky and get 5 matches and I get carried by my teammates? Now since my goal was to hit GC2 and I hit it and I got carried by my teammates, I think I'm the shit. And that's just what I'm trying to say. Is like, if humans could just be a little bit more reasonable sometimes. Like, don't take a random bike that you see. Don't sit here and degrade your teammate because he made a simple mistake when you're making mistakes in the same exact game. We're both making mistakes. We both have been the cause of multiple goals, and you take the time to attack the other person. It just doesn't make sense. Humans are terrible creatures. Hopefully there'll be like human Gen 2.0 and they'll be nice and actually enjoy life. But hey man, I really do appreciate y'all for watching. If y'all made it this far, y'all make my day and I hope I make y'all's. But hey man, humans been getting on my nerves these last few days. Hopefully they'll make it up to me. But hey man, I really do appreciate y'all, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Stay at it.